welcome. It's everybody's favorite part
Hi, everybody.
of the week.
It's my favorite part. That's Aaron.
This episode's called Billie Jean is Not in My Closet.
Oof.
For a reason. I like the
That's
title.
a weird title.
Well, because it's a mixture of two things. It's a mixture of the Michael Jackson documentary, Leaving Neverland, the R. Kelly documentary, just these documentaries in general. These new flavors that we like to binge watch, which are these episodic documentaries, whether it's on Netflix or HBO and stuff.
Enthralling.
Enthralling, yeah. I think you could say it all started with Making a Murderer. You could all say it started with that, and now it's just evolved into these documentaries we watch. Not only watch, but we believe.
Oh, yeah.
So,
everybody throws their hat in like, yeah, this is what happened for sure.
So before we get into all this, I feel like we have to make a disclaimer. Though Jake and I do say whatever the fuck we want.
Yes.
We have no we feel like there's no repercussions. We're not going to apologize. But I will give a disclaimer. In no way in this episode are we trying to shame any victims.
Nope.
Say none of this happened.
Nope, we're just making light of stupid situations.
We are making light of stupid situations. And also in this episode, pointing out the dangers of a particular genre of documentary. She's on her phone. Hold on. Me and my bad technical directing again. There we go. How's it going, everybody? I'm Dan.
I'm Misty.
And this is Nerd Alert, episode 7.
Woo!
Guys, we're just going to cut right into it. Breaking news. Breaking news. James Gunn is back. What? Okay. So, they wouldn't give out, like, reasons why James Gunn got rehired. First of all, who saw this coming? Like,
nobody.
at all. Nobody saw this coming at all. James Gunn already hired to pretty much revamp Suicide Squad. Now rehired as Guardians of the Galaxy director. It means a lot of things. One, the Adam Warlock storyline continues from the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Oh, yes, that Adam Warlock tease is finally going to mean something. But also, you know, no one's going to leave the cast now. Yay! You know, maybe that's why they rehired him. Sweet House, trying to watch, but on medical clinic Wi-Fi, so might not be able to catch it all. James Gunn being back is so great, though. Timeout. Sweet House, medical clinic Wi-Fi. What's going on? Everything all good, buddy? I'm sure he'll let us know. Well,
Yeah.
That's some stuff we're gonna follow during the episode. Sweet House's condition, because we love Sweet House. But yeah, James Gunn being back. Any theories, Misty, on why James Gunn rehired?
I think that maybe the DC streaming service is, gonna be like a big Hulk. Pardon the pun. Might be a big Hulk for Marvel to deal with. So they want James Gunn. They want more Guardians of the Galaxy because everyone loves Guardians of the Galaxy.
I mean, think about the episode. Well, let's re-examine
that's one reason. I mean, the cast.
Let's re-examine what happened in case anybody's been living under a rock. Pretty much a year ago, Kara's getting her allergy shots. We're not dying or anything.
Good.
Okay, good. Whew, allergy shot. I need to get mine. But let's go back. Let's go back a year. Comedian Roseanne Arnold Barr? Is she going? Roseanne? Just Roseanne. We all know who Roseanne is. She makes a tweet. She loses her job. A very racist tweet. Whatever. And then the sensationalism of this culture that we live in of no one can say or do anything wrong or just lets out the people that do something wrong. James Gunn got thrown into this political witch hunt of the right versus the left. Disney, who has no room. Disney has no room to judge people considering what their founder was. Disney fires James Gunn. James Gunn, Suicide Squad 2.
But this is from a past tweet.
This is from tweets from 10 years prior. Yeah, tweets from 10 years prior.
Get over it.
But the uproar, owning the libs, puns welcome. But the uproar of it all I think is a good igniter to this whole rehiring, because it wasn't just the fan base that was just. We're talking Dave Bautista. We're talking I think what's his name, Chris Pratt had something to say, but Bautista was the only one in the cast that was just like, I'll leave. In fact, James Gunn was talking to Bautista about bringing him into Suicide Squad.
Come on.
If anything, honestly, I think James Gunn got rehired because Marvel didn't want to lose Drax. I seriously think that's what happened.
I don't know. I think competition with DC, definitely.
Exactly, Roger. James Gunn rocks, and his original firing was publicity. It was publicity bullshit because the man shot off at the mouth as a kid who hasn't, and so it's been about freaked out. I never want to get famous, because if you go to my Twitter from like years back, I was drinking. I don't know. I could have said some crazy shit.
I'm a little bit different when it comes to my social media. I don't know. I post things that are important to me, or I don't know. I'm a little bit more tight-lipped when it comes to my social media. So
puns. I think Drax could easily be replaced. If wrestling has taught us anything, puns. If wrestling has taught us anything, when one person moves to the other side, you know what I mean? To me, Batista going to Suicide Squad is like a wrestler going from WWE to WCW. That's just my thought process. But I don't know. Batista really sold himself as Drax. I think at this moment, after 2 movies with a new show, with a new movie film runner and everything, and then you replace Drax.
That's his character.
Yeah,
that's his character.
He's got the timing down. He's really like sold himself as Drax to where the Hollywood echelon really actually respect Dave Bautista. He's not just one of these wannabe wrestlers trying to be an acting. He sold himself. He got himself a role that is his. If this all happened after the first Guardians movie, okay, yeah, he could be replaced. But after 2, I don't think so. He's done a really good job in a character that nobody thought years ago could be translated into a movie live action form. And he's done it. So I think that had a lot to do with it. Plus the uproar, plus James Gunn doing stuff with DC now. I mean, he doesn't have exclusive rights to the directors. Don't have exclusive rights to direct.
Of course.
It's not the 1940s anymore.
It's a contract, basis.
But they don't, they don't want to completely piss James Gunn off, and they probably didn't want DC to do the next move, which would be make James Gunn head of the DCEU. Because then if you make James Gunn head of the DCEU movie universe, then you can't really hire him to direct a Marvel movie at that point,
Yeah, I think that's why.
That's why
Marvel did that. Yeah, definitely.
But the past year, this whole Guardians of the Galaxy James Gunn drama has been fucking entertaining as hell. It's just been great. It's a good lesson. It's been a good lesson on where we take shit that makes us outraged and stuff, and he will always be a model and actor and not the other way around. Okay. I assume he's talking about Batista. I assume he's sold me as Drax, at least. I'm trying to fix the camera, but anyways, that was the breaking news. We got that news as soon while we were sitting down today, watching for the very first time our first see-through of Captain Marvel. There she is. So this week leading up to seeing this, I don't know about you, but a lot of my friends, I got a lot of puns. Puns told me it was okay. And then Jake, who we all know from Crowd's Fault, which you can watch or listen to the newest episode now on YouTube. Jake told me it was awful. We went and saw it today. If anything, this is a spoiler-free review, by the way. Keep it spoiler-free in the chat.
We'll do a breakdown later.
Yeah, as Endgame rolls around, we will talk more about what's in this Captain Marvel movie that relates to Endgame. But for right now, spoiler-free. I would suggest, though, because would you say you need to watch this to watch? Well, yeah, you need to see this movie if you know what's going to happen, and if you want to know what's happening in Endgame. But I suggest waiting for digital copy. I wouldn't go see this in a movie theater because you go see it in a movie theater, you have this blockbuster expectation. It by no means is a blockbuster superhero movie, but it's a good movie. It's a good superhero movie.
I find it. I think everyone's gonna like it, but like the female viewers are gonna really like it.
Female viewers are really gonna like this.
Everyone's gonna like it, but the female viewers are really gonna like
There's a big fight scene to No Doubt's Just a Girl that it's pretty badass.
The last 20 minutes you get a lot of the action. You know what I mean? Like a good portion of the movie is spent kind of with development and exposition and all of that good stuff. And I really enjoyed, there were some sequences that I thought were really creative and I really enjoyed. Some twists,
You should have seen
the soundtrack.
No, when as soon as a Nirvana riff started happening, she just sat the fuck up like, all right, what are you putting Nirvana to? Look at her shirt. What are you putting Nirvana to? It better be fucking good.
Yeah.
Better be good. She was like, oh, you don't play Nirvana in front of Misty unless something cool is happening.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. That's when her judgmental side. But you were satisfied with what was happening.
I really enjoyed the soundtrack. Like, I was about 12 years old in 1996, so I was kind of coming of age, and I was listening to the music that they played. Yes, that was music that I loved. So, I'm just going to say one thing really quick. Just is about the soundtrack. There were a few songs that they played just quick snippets of, which was good because I found myself like singing the song in my head, and like so for part of one of the scenes I was distracted with the song and everything. But anyway, I thoroughly enjoyed the soundtrack, and I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. A little bit slow in parts, but I really liked it.
Puns thinks that scene wasn't good enough for Nirvana. Look, Puns.
I liked it.
Normally, I would go with you, but if she liked it, that means
I think it was.
This is the biggest Nirvana fan I know.
It was an effects heavy scene, but
it's an effects heavy scene, but it's also, and this is someone who I didn't know was in the movie, and I never thought I'd see a scene with this person and Nirvana playing at the same time. But Annette Bening is in this movie, and she does a pretty solid job with... Because I know Annette Bening knows nothing about the fucking source material of the... Like, that, you know what I mean? Like, when they put an actress like this in a movie, like, I know they didn't read shit. But she does a good job at who she plays.
It's just music, like, in general. But anyway, no, I love Annette Bening. I think she's a fantastic actress, and good for her for not succumbing to the black hole that is plastic surgery. That is what I say about that.
Okay.
She has not had plastic surgery.
No, she really hasn't.
I mean, but she looks great for her age.
She really hasn't. Well, I haven't seen Warren Beatty in a long time either.
Holy hell, Annette Bening got old, but she looks great though. I think she looks great.
I mean, she was old in American Beauty.
Her face has a lot of character. She was probably in her 40s in American Beauty.
Yeah, but I still consider her old then.
Anyway,
but doesn't do plastic surgery.
I thought she was great. I love her. She's a fantastic actress. Dangerous Liaisons. She was younger years, but man, she's a fantastic performer.
Puns. I didn't recognize it. You got to look at the mouth. Annette Bening's got a very recognizable mouth, and because I didn't think it was, I was like, is that Annette Bening? Yep. That's that Annette mouth.
She's great.
I'm sure she would love someone to call her mouth the Annette mouth, but that's what I call it. She's got the Annette Bening mouth.
She's a great character actress.
Yeah, no. But another cool thing about this Captain Marvel movie is, I think, is like it's a new beginning. Like if you were to watch the whole MCU phase bullshit, you have a new thing to start out on. I would start out with Captain Marvel. I would say this is not only just a prelude to Endgame, it's also kind of like a prequel to we brought them up earlier, Guardians of the Galaxy.
It definitely ties in. There are definitely some tie-ins with Guardians of the Galaxy.
And I like the tie-in with Guardians of the Galaxy, because you don't see that enough in these individual MCU. Like in Ant-Man and all these other, in Spider-Man, you see more of the references to the Avengers.
The primaries.
All those primaries.
So to speak.
This one is like, hey, did you see Guardians of the Galaxies?
Yeah.
Boom, here's some characters.
And
it's just like, yeah.
Like, I saw the first Guardians, like, a while ago.
But you were recognizing
But I recognized certain things. So I really enjoyed the tie-ins, too. There were some really great moments. Comedic moments. There were a couple of, like, I'm not gonna spoil anything.
The first Cap...
I thought it was solid.
The first Cap movie is still the starting point, don't get me wrong, but I think this is a good alternative. You could start Captain Marvel and then Captain America. It definitely could be an origin of some sort.
I mean, you could... Honestly, the entire order of things... I'm lost. I'm just gonna...
Yeah, I'm lost. If you wanted to put it in a different order... Captain Marvel could be a good start. That's it. That's if you wanted to do it. I never plan on doing it. We never plan on.
Somewhere after Captain America? After...
Like, you want to go with after the first Captain America?
I don't...
I was saying you could do either or.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not the type of person who digs the 1940s, you could start off with Captain... You know what I mean? But... The one thing I wasn't sold on, and maybe they aren't doing this in Endgame, maybe she's just an integral part and not necessarily the solution. I don't see how this Captain Marvel can beat Thanos. It's kind of hinted that this is the character, like at the end of Infinity War,
it is.
The beeper, Captain Marvel. That hints you to believe that this Captain Marvel is supposed to be the one that saves everything, that comes in and helps the Avengers and beats Thanos. I don't think she beats Thanos. I don't think the superhero is that strong. However,
really?
not as strong as Thanos. I don't think.
Really?
Look, Thanos.
She took out all of those.
Thanos has a glove that he literally snaps his fingers and half the universe disappears. You think Captain Marvel can beat that? Now, what I'm saying is, though I don't think that she's the one that can beat Thanos, I think she's the missing ingredient in that Iron Man, Captain America, in that whole team up. She's the missing ingredient where they could all defeat Thanos. I could totally see her in the picture.
That makes sense.
But
because there's still several of the Avengers that are still around.
Yeah, there are.
I mean the Avenger, the term Avengers was made after her freaking pilot name.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes. Misty spoiling one thing, but that's it. That's all we.
Sorry, my bad.
But there's a lot. But that's another thing I wanted to bring up. There's a lot of linkage. There's a lot of linkage in this movie.
Yeah, there are a lot of tie-ins.
Plugs up a lot of loose holes. The tiniest holes this movie plugs up. Everything from like, why does Nick Cage beep Captain Marvel at the end of Infinity War? And like Misty just said, why was it called the Avengers?
We learn that.
And puns, Captain Marvel's got to go Super Saiyan 3. That's a Dragon Ball Z reference. I thought it was funny. And the post-credit scene got me so hyped for Endgame. You have to see the post-credit scene. I'd say the movie is worth seeing just to see that post-credit scene.
I wonder, is there anything... anything in the title that could tip us off as to like maybe what Captain Marvel's role is? Endgame.
I don't know, but I could see her as a important piece to the team up.
Yeah. Because
she's flying around shooting her fire fist, and Thanos is distracted. Now you can have all these characters go at Thanos, and he's got somebody not as powerful, but more powerful than they are.
Yeah.
As an ultimate distraction. Endgame is going to be amazing. We're going to have our own special stream on Endgame, but we're going to dive into Captain Marvel, this movie, more in our Endgame Nerd Alert stream. Not going to do any spoilers right now. what we would say is, if you want a good time at the movie, not see a blockbuster, but see a quality, okay
I thought it was
superhero
good.
movie, this is Ant-Man
But
good. Okay, like, Ant-Man 2, amazing.
Yeah,
Underrated. Absolutely
agree.
underrated. Ant-Man fun, you go in, but it's not a blockbuster, but it's that same type of feel and vibe.
Yeah,
like, Ant-Man's not a blockbuster, but it's an enjoyable movie.
Summertime is blockbuster time
Yeah,
anyway for the movies. You know what I mean? Like,
this isn't good. This isn't like Endgame. This isn't like Infinity War. This isn't even as epic as Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't a Winter Soldier. This is more like a Thor 1.
It's an origin story.
It's an origin
It's an
story.
origin story.
With 90s nostalgia.
And
that plugs missing holes.
Yeah, and you leave with a couple of questions.
Doctor Strange level, exactly. It is Doctor Strange level.
I really enjoyed Doctor Strange. I really enjoyed that.
Captain Marvel is like Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies where one person's really going to enjoy, one person thinks it's okay. But this criticism of like this movie is garbage, I can't see that.
I don't get it.
Jake says it is. I respectfully disagree. I don't see how you could call Captain Marvel garbage because of the great performances by Samuel L. Jackson, Annette Bening, and Jude Law. Those three really carry the fucking movie.
And I haven't seen him in anything in such a long time. I thought he retired from acting. I love Jude Law.
He's got so much money. That's why.
Man.
Someone at his level has got so much money from acting, and you know, the Oscar noms and the Golden Globe wins.
Could he give us a loan? Like, could he sponsor our show? Jude Law?
You just want to leave me for him.
That's
what you want.
We need a sponsor for
Jude
the show.
Law doesn't smoke. I guarantee you he does.
No, I haven't seen him in anything in forever. He's a fantastic actor.
I understand why people would say it's garbage. That first act was terrible. See, I didn't think the first act. I thought the whole movie was just okay.
Wait. What, puns, were you alive in the 90s? Like.
No, I think he talking about the space thing?
The first act.
The first
20 minutes.
The first 20 minutes where they start off in space. I'm not trying to give like anything. I don't know. I just
space, Earth.
Clumsy as hell exposition. Oh yeah, okay. So the first mission, right when you see that, how they kind of how it all kind of like fucked up was stupid, but I mean, I wasn't really picky though.
You know, after one of the twists, I honestly was kind of like, all right, I can forgive that whole aborted, the space part.
I walked out of X-Men Days of Futures Past 30 minutes in because of what I was saying. That movie didn't make me want to walk out at all. I realized some of the fight scenes could have been better. There could have been more epic moments, but this was really like just plugging in holes, nostalgic feel. Let's get this out before Endgame. And I wish it could have been something more, but honestly, that's what it was. Okay, we got to set this up to bring in Endgame because of what happened in Infinity War. Boom, here you go. Screenwriting 101, you don't start a movie with a flashback. Did it start with the flashback?
It was just her seeing.
I thought it was her with the bloody blue nose.
Her seeing Annette Bening.
Oh.
So, honestly,
I didn't even think of that as a flashback.
I think that's an important flashback. That's why they put it in the beginning.
Yeah.
I personally.
I like this
find
discussion.
I find that a-okay personally. Well, my thing is when I was screenwriting, I used to really rely heavily on flashbacks. I don't want to say rely heavily on flashbacks, but I used to write a lot of flashbacks, and I really liked them. But like at some point, if you're relying on those to move the story forward, like it doesn't really move the story forward. It more so explains things.
Yeah.
And
this wasn't really using the flashbacks to move the story forward. It was using the flashback as like a mystery. What happened? Because even to the point where they explained everything that happened to her past, I didn't quite have it all figured out. Yeah. Like, well, wait, why was she this and that and that and that? And then when it was all explained to me, not through flashbacks, but through the present time, and just built up with flashbacks, it was fine.
You understand that's an important moment.
Yeah.
And I mean, and that's the thing too. Like, I think that just watching a movie, looking at where they are featured, this was in the beginning, so it's important. There's a close-up of you know, that picture on somebody's desk, you know that's important as a viewer.
One thing I will spoil, which I absolutely love about this movie, is that there's not another super. Not another Avenger, not another anything. This is just boom. It's not like a cameo. Yeah, there's Nick Fury, but it's not the Nick Fury you and I know of that's today with the eye patch and everything. And then there's Coulson, but Coulson's never been a superhero. He's a super dope dude, super dope character, but never been a superhero. That's why I love this movie, because there's no superhero. And just the way this all ties into S.H.I.E.L.D. and the way all this happened, I thought this was a nice, here you go, pre-Endgame with a little Guardians of the Galaxy feel movie, because Endgame comes out next month, and we're going to blow your fucking minds with a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, I agree.
So
it's not your traditional, like, huge Marvel movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big movie, but there's heart in it.
There's heart.
Soul in it.
You
know what I mean?
There's
it's
an
not
attempt.
just fighting.
There's an attempt. It's not like a crap a movie. Here you go. They shit on it, and they covered it with cake icing, and it's okay. It's fine. I would wait for a digital copy on either your console or whatever service you got, the Amazon, or if it comes out on Netflix before Endgame, watch it. But that's what we suggest, because going to the movie theaters now are expensive, and we went to a matinee, so we spent less than a Blu-ray DVD price on the tickets because it was matinee.
But I got the Dolby, so the Dolby.
Oh,
theater,
she did.
So anyway, but it was like, why not?
Why not?
Because the last 3 movies I think we've seen in the theater were Marvel.
Yeah, we don't feel ripped off. So
we only go to see the Marvel.
Most of the problems I have are... We'll save those.
We'll talk about that.
For the Endgame stream. It's either going to be before we see Endgame or after we see Endgame. But we're going to dive into this Captain Marvel movie a little bit more next month. Now, trailers. Speaking of Endgame, we should just go with that. We should just get on to that. Right. Speaking of Endgame, the Avengers... Endgame trailer came out. What was it, yesterday, 2 days ago? We also got what else? What other things do we have on here?
What other trailers?
Yeah.
We have Aladdin.
Yeah. We got Aladdin. Oh, and Gotham. But let's get on to the Avengers right now. Let's see. How do I do this? Oh, I'm a bad technical director. I am such a bad technical director. Oh, I moved it up. Hold on. Sorry, guys, I'm not...
41 million views on this trailer.
On YouTube. You've probably already seen it, then.
That's cool. We'll just talk about it.
Anyway, audio off.
So you don't mind that you're not going to mind that the audio's off?
Who, me?
No, the viewers.
Oh, I mean, we can't legally play the audio.
Because y'all have probably seen it already.
Probably seen it already.
That's what I'm talking about.
But we definitely want to dissect this trailer for a little bit, because there are some things I noticed watching it.
We're starting off with
Robert Downey Jr. He's thinking of the flashbacks. We get a little bit of Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2. Here we're getting a little bit of Captain America. You know.
Little old Steve Rogers.
We're not going to get to the new stuff until maybe like right about now. Yep, here we go. So, bada bing. There's where Jeremy Renner's been. And then boom.
There he is again.
He's back. She's back. We've seen this all before in the previous trailers. Now here's where things are getting interesting. These black and white shots with only red. You see that? Only red's in color. And then here we go. End of Infinity War.
Man.
We remember everything that happened in that. That was so tits. So dope.
I freaked out whenever that started happening.
I was applauding. I love it when the bad guys win.
Alright.
So they're basically talking about how we gonna bring everybody back.
The leftovers.
Here's Ant-Man. Ant-Man's just finding out.
The leftovers are trying to figure out what's going on.
But one's not worthy enough to be taken by our Lord and Savior Thanos. Rocket Raccoon looks like he's standing next to War Machine. Jeremy Renner now has a mohawk. That's a thing he's
Paul
sporting
Rudd's
now.
important now.
Here comes Karen Gillan. No, there was one thing. There's one thing I noticed.
Left Behind.
Left Behind, right?
I said the Leftovers.
There's a difference between knowing and believing. Here's where I wanted to stop. Now, these are either the quantum realm suits, but I can't think of why would they have to go to the quantum realm?
To bring back the previous molecules. I don't know.
I don't know.
I am not.
I believe those are quantum realm suits. They could be space suits. But I don't know why they would get like everybody matching space. Why would they get everybody matching quantum level suits?
But what maybe they have to go find that they have to go to the quantum level for something, but I don't know what. I'm not that fresh on Ant-Man and Wasp.
To justify Ant-Man in the MCU.
Oh crap!
That's a good one.
Well, I mean, I feel honestly, I thought it was really cool that he made his first appearance in oh crap! There's the end.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool that Ant-Man made his first appearance in Civil War, but he didn't really do much, you know, if I remember correctly.
Now, the one thing I don't like about that trailer is the introduction of Brie Larson, because after what I just saw, I kind of want a different introduction of Brie Larson in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like that, watching that trailer, that's not the Captain Marvel I just sat through for 2 hours. Like, anyway.
Yeah.
But
I mean, well, Thor is a jackass.
If anything, if anybody defeats Thanos, it's Thor. If anyone gets the last blow, it's Thor.
It's Thor. So, like, I don't.
Because he almost beat him in Infinity War. He almost killed him with the axe through the chest.
So, yeah. Why would Thor? Thor probably initially has something against Captain Marvel, and then we have that moment where he's like, oh, she's cool.
Maybe. I don't know.
But because of the look on her face.
Endgame comes out in a month. Now, we were shocked and surprised. That was about accurate to me. Yep, it was. We were surprised this week because our favorite show didn't have a new episode. Instead, well, our favorite show, the show we're currently watching right now, didn't give us a new episode. And, oops, that's weird. Didn't have a new episode. So, yeah, can I get some coffee too?
Yeah.
We're now taking coffee breaks during the show. We're gaining the coffee now. No, so the same day that the Avengers Endgame trailer comes out, Gotham finally releases, I guess introduces a new character. The character that leaked out on the internet. I think we covered the new character. They did Bane, and this trailer is going to be Bane. We should create our own comic book universe and make our own movies. We get dozens of fans guaranteed. Funny that you mentioned that, Roger. Funny that you mentioned that, because I'm...
South Park episode that talks about that.
There's a South Park episode that talks about that, but I'm currently writing The Adventures of Admiral Bang Bang, everybody's favorite Space Force admiral. Trying to write that, get it filmed, and do all that. But that's what we want to do. We want to create our own universe and stuff in the Red Nebula Pictures world. But anyway, we're watching Gotham. It's on its last season. We will tell y'all it is the best season of Gotham there has ever been. When they thought of this show, this was the season that they thought of.
Agreed.
Everything before this season, you can tell me Gotham sucks. I can't defend it. But Gotham is like wrestling. I say it all the time. Gotham is like wrestling. When it's good, it's fucking good.
Yeah.
When it's bad, it's bad. But
Could you
what's up?
go to your left?
Go to my
Go
left.
your left. Look, Dan has glasses. Go up.
Go up.
Dan has glasses.
So worth it. So worth to put a pause on the show. No.
One says y'all need better shows.
We need better shows to watch. Yeah. No, and I agree with them.
We watch a lot of South Park.
We watch
too,
a lot of South Park.
But I need something to just space out to when I get off work.
I was watching Ricky Gervais' Afterlife, but that only had like 6 episodes, and then I was like done. But Gotham, the Gotham trailer. All right, so we're gonna dissect Bane for a second.
Okay.
This is not a segment where we praise Gotham. This is so if you don't like Gotham, this is the segment today.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
So let's get to it.
Oh, look at that little baby Bruce Wayne.
Now this is actually Harley Quinn and Bane, so you're getting 2 in 1. Yep, 2 in 1. They're gonna show Bane, and then they're gonna show Harley Quinn.
Got it. Okay.
So we're going all the way back to the beginning. Every trailer does this now. Let's go back to the beginning. Again, you don't have to watch all these seasons of Gotham. You can just start at the last season, kind of have an idea, and you'll be fine. It's worth it. This last season is totally awesome. So there you see, it's catching everybody up with the Joker and everything. Let's see if we can get this. So we're at the. This is pretty much a trailer for the whole.
For the whole series?
For the whole series. Let me get to the Bane. Let me get to the Bane.
Oh, that guy got killed.
I'm getting to the Bane right now.
Oh, okay.
No, I was led to believe this was gonna have Bane in it.
I didn't. Oh.
And it lied to me. So here is the this is the Red Bane, the Red Band trailer to Gotham's Bane, which is next week. Also next week, our 1-year Red Nebula Pictures stream anniversary right here on Twitch. And we'll have more details about that later. So let's get to it. And yeah, we are going to dissect this thing and roast the ever-living shit out of it.
But, okay, my thing about this is that if you are watching this with the sound on, Bane's voice sounds a lot like freaking Scarecrow's. That's what I hate. I love the voice, but I don't like that it was Scarecrow's voice first.
I'll get into that, and once I explain what she means, because you don't watch Gotham, you're like, what?
Yeah.
I'll explain what she means, because everyone's watched. Okay. So the problem I have with this Bane, one, I love his backstory. So this is his backstory. Yeah. He was a military guy sent into Gotham because Gotham got way too out of control. He knows James Gordon from the past.
The history.
Great backstory if you're creating your own Bane universe or Batman universe. But if you're going to create your own Batman universe, fucking do something different. They bring in this Bane character. Yeah. You're about to see him. He looks stupid. He looks like a dumb. He looks dumb. And Misty said he sounds like a Scarecrow. He's actually, it's Christopher Nolan's Bane repackaged, and I'm sick of that. I hate what Christopher Nolan did to Bane. I fucking hate The Dark Knight Rises on a scale that I should go see therapy for.
Oh, I've never seen The Dark Knight Rises, so I don't know what you're talking about.
No. It's the same.
But, I mean,
no, let's put Bane in an asthma mask. Let's have him talk like a fucking circus freak.
Because I have this mask on.
Let's have him, and let's have him have a speaker box voice.
What's Dr. Strange doing to him?
Hugo Strange is the most interesting part about this whole thing, because it's B.D. Ron playing Hugo Strange.
Look at his veins. Look at his pupils.
He sounds like the bane of your existence. Exactly, Roger.
I mean, he has like freaking football pads on right now. What's that get up and what's that chest?
Here's the thing. I like the chest. I like everything up here. It's this asthma mask Bane trend that Christopher Nolan started that I can't fucking take anymore.
Did he not have that?
Like, that's
before?
dope. Just breaking people's necks. Yes, but he looks stupid.
Okay, I have a thing with the hair. I don't like the hair.
I have the exact same hair.
I don't like the hair on that guy. Okay, and then
turn that around real quickly. Good recovery there.
Barbara's
Barbara's about to give birth after 3 fucking episodes of being pregnant.
Yeah. And of course, she's gonna be the one with the guns.
And she's got guns. Yeah, no, Barbara doesn't have a belly. She's gonna give birth or something.
I'm kind of like, what? Wait, what? Like, we found out 2 or 3 episodes ago.
We have been praising this season. And they show us a trailer like, hey, it's about to get fucking stupid.
I mean, Bane definitely to me is like just a guy in some football gear and like a breathing mask, like you said, like I don't know. He is an asthmatic football player.
Well, no, okay, so Bane is actually if we're gonna go to the original story of Bane, a former luchador wrestler, assassin, fueled by this stuff called venom. He pushes a button, the venom goes into his veins, makes him bigger and stronger, and he can just tear shit down. The reason Bane became so iconic is there's a cover of Batman. He broke Bruce Wayne's back in the 90s, which led to Nightfall. It was a huge story arc. And at the end of that Gotham trailer, they kind of tease Bane and Bruce, and I know it's going to happen. They're going to have that little kid's back get broken. I don't know what they're going to do with Bruce Wayne after that, but that's what's going to happen. Because if you're going to follow Christopher Nolan's formula for Bane throughout the whole... you might as well put Christopher Nolan's little bat break in there, too.
So what do you think about... Because we don't really know what happened to Ivy after that last episode, after the trial.
Oh, I'm sure they'll team...
Ivy's gonna heal him.
They'll team Bane with Ivory and give us another shitty Uma Thurman and whatever the fuck that was in Batman and Robin movie. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Oh, God. That was the one... Was that the one
The only time Bane was done properly.
You know, I don't... and I don't even remember it because I was probably... junior high school.
Batman and Robin, you had the Batman credit card with George Clooney.
I remember George Clooney. It was George Clooney, Chris O'Donnell.
Uma Thurman's a little henchman with the luchador mask, and he was like little and muscular.
I don't remember
well, he
that.
wasn't little, but he was.
I don't remember that.
Played by a professional wrestler, an indie wrestler. Fun fact. He only broke Batman because he first let all the bad guys out of Arkham, and then Batman was so tired stopping bad guys he could wreck them. Well, that's in Christopher Nolan's, right? That's in Christopher Nolan. But, like, I don't like how this Bane doesn't... It's not... Like, I love Gotham because it took villains that I knew in the Batman universe, and whether some of them were very ridiculous, but a lot of them were well done, and I thought they'd do this with Bane, and instead they just followed a Christopher Nolan formula because it's easy to do.
We'll see. I think we'll have more to comment on after the next episode.
I guess.
Next week.
I just know next week Bane is going to break the back of a little Bruce Wayne, because I'm just calling it.
But I mean... What do we have, like, maybe, 10 more episodes of Gotham?
I don't know. They haven't,
maybe?
I gotta check the PlayStation Store. They haven't publicly announced how many episodes. Not like Arrow, we're canceling it, and it's only 10 episodes.
Oh.
Gotham's getting a, you've done your time. Well, Arrow's getting canceled. That's weird. Anyway, so, our next one, we got a couple of Twitch messages, Facebook messages. These are real people. I think we should include Disney on this show. Disney is, I guess, a nerdy thing, I guess. We just didn't, we didn't want to, we didn't want to give off this message that we were a family program.
Yeah.
Because I cuss like a sailor, and when Misty's on her time of the month, holy shit, we might not even have a show. I'm kidding. See, that's not why we're not family friendly. But we will do the Aladdin because yes, Disney is nerdy, and I do love me some Aladdin. So with that being said,
Robin Williams, yes, yeah, poor Robin Williams.
Poor Robin Williams, not for Will Smith replaced him. I'd say poor Robin Williams because he's dead, not because Will Smith is playing him. Now I do like this. I found this on the internet. Yeah. Robin Williams right here.
This is my first time watching this actually.
This is Misty's first time watching this, and we can't have the sound on.
Oh crap!
How about this?
No. Let's watch it.
Let's do
it. Let's do it.
Let's see how it is with the sound off.
Oh, this is live action.
Live action Aladdin. What do you guys think of the Aladdin coming up? Let us know in the comments while Misty studies and examines this. When will the powers that be wake up and cast Michael Fassbender as Batman and Dave Bautista as Bane? Roger, I'm going to high-five you. I love that. I will just watch just to see little Bruce Wayne get snapped in half. That's the thing. He's not even
Like
I
something
say-
you would say.
I say little Bruce Wayne, but that dude's not even little anymore. He's 18 years old and he's taller than me. Buns, Aladdin looks. Yeah, it does. And then Lion King's got Be Prepared taken off. They're not doing Be
we
Prepared. It's
haven't
the best
watched-
song from Lion King.
Yeah.
All right, let's see I want to see how ridiculous Will Smith looks. Oh yeah, you know what? That's not that bad.
Yeah, it's
not as bad as the first picture they put out.
Look at his facial expressions. I'm kind of like.
Do you remember The Mummy Returns? Does anybody remember The Mummy Returns?
I remember that there was such a movie.
When they did The Rock as the Scorpion, that's what that reminds me of.
The Rock is the Scorpion.
Kimberly, the Pink Power Ranger, is Jasmine.
Huh?
Oh, from the new Power Rangers movie.
I like that he can go from like human to like big blue guy. I like that.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
definitely
remember-
that's definitely something they couldn't do in the 90s with live action.
See, I don't remember. Wait, so she's white? Is she white or
She's not.
Hispanic or Indian? I don't know.
Egyptian? Well, we meant to show Misty the trailer for Aladdin, and what started as a showing ended up being a racial tirade.
No, I'm trying to figure out because I thought that
Arabic.
the actress was Hispanic. In the I'm just being honest.
No,
Anyway,
at least they're not
that's
whitewashing. At least they're not whitewashing this motherfucker.
I know. Well, for a second there, I thought they were. I don't remember Power Rangers. I don't remember what the Pink Ranger looked like.
The Pink Ranger in the new one was, she looks real white
Yes,
in that trailer.
That's what I
But
was thinking.
she is of ethnic
Okay, so they're
descent.
not whitewashing.
I'm really
Good.
tiptoeing here on words.
It's pretty bad when the CGI acts by the new. See, I'm gonna have to go back and watch this because I mean that the dude playing Aladdin, his facial expressions just kind of looked like and then Jasmine, hers looked like what's her name from oh my god, Naomi Watts in King Kong.
Okay. You think she looks okay?
The
I don't
facial
think
expressions with the mouth open.
I think they did a good job with the casting. I think.
But I'm gonna have to give it another look see. But
Another look see.
Another look see, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm 31 years old. I didn't need a live action Aladdin in my life. Definitely don't need a live action Lion King. But I mean,
Naomi Watts.
Naomi Watts.
Yeah. I love her, but dang, she was bad in King Kong.
Everybody was bad in King Kong. Jack Black wasn't bad in King
He
Kong.
wasn't,
Jack Black
but-
was amazing. That
talking.
deserved an Oscar nomination.
Oh, Peter Jackson's King Kong, if I remember
Peter
correctly.
Jackson's King Kong.
Yeah.
So
Because it's been what do they call it now? Revamped since then.
revamped.
I call it remade.
They keep it. Oh yeah, with Skull Island with Samuel L. Jackson
Yeah.
we just saw.
Yeah.
And that opened up that new movie coming out with 11, Godzilla, Rise of the Monsters, Battle of the Monsters, whatever. We'll have
I don't
a
know.
segment on
I
that
don't
in
know
the
about
future.
that.
Now, guys, what do we want to bring up? Do we want to bring up our hot point, which is streaming services, or do we want to tell them about next week? What do we want to do? Because next week is pretty special. But also, streaming services, more interactive. All right, guys, we'll get to streaming services right quick. Here's what, and watching Will Smith as the genie is awkward as watching JCVD.
Who is JCVD?
Well, no, I want to guess now.
Oh, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Bam!
But
Up top. That's it's gotta be. It's gotta
I really like one of my friends.
But Jean-Claude makes an excellent Guile from Street Fighter.
One of my friends bought me Bloodsport for my birthday.
It's a classic.
And I just was like sitting there making fun of it the whole time. It was great. I had to have like I gotta every once in a while watch a good not a good B movie, but watch a B movie and laugh.
Here's the thing.
Know?
When all the kids, okay, so when I was little, all my friends were watching Bloodsport, thinking it was the shit. But at the time, I was watching fucking old school UFC where they were barefoot, no gloves, in a fucking cage. Dana White wasn't there. It was like chicken fighting with humans.
Yeah.
I mean, but it was like awesome. So Bloodsport never really. I never thought Bloodsport was a big deal. I did because UFC. You had fucking Ken Shamrock and fucking Dan Severn, and it was the shit. I never liked Bloodsport because I saw the real thing, basically, in my eyes. So streaming services, guys, we're trying to. Dana White was sitting in a corner jerking off. He was. Back in the old school UFC days, if you have never seen old school UFC, today's UFC has nothing on old school UFC. Streaming services, though. So we were thinking, we always like to have a hot point, but we wanted a hot point where you guys could chime in as well. Everybody's getting a streaming service now. I'm sure we'll have one at some point.
Yeah.
In like 20 years, a Red Nebula streaming service.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
That would be if we can if we can get through this show's politics long enough. So we were thinking there's a wrestling streaming service, WWE, Disney streaming service is coming out. DC is out with original content and a lot of terrible archived content. I'm sure Marvel's coming out with. Yeah. Well, Marvel's going to be a part of the Disney. Amazon's coming out with one. Hulu's lowered its prices, and then you've got a bunch of free ones. So I found this Canadian one. I think it's Canadian. It's called Crave. That's absolutely free. Has a very funny show. That's where the show Letterkenny from that we saw on Hulu. That's where that came from.
I'm not sold on that yet. I've only seen one episode.
There's Crunchyroll, which is the anime streaming service. What streaming service is missing that you want to see? So Roger's got Olympics boxing. It's very specific, but I like it.
This was in reference to UFC.
Oh.
We're on the topic of UFC. But so what we want to know is that what streaming service would you like to see?
What would you VRV is a thing too. Virtual reality now. The VRV is a thing. What do you want to see?
I don't know anything about VRV. So
not VRV, but digital.
I want a horror streaming service.
A horror streaming service.
I'm talking B movies. I'm talking Twilight Zone. I'm talking Black Mirror. I'm talking all of it. Like classic horror movies, independent movies, B movies.
If it makes me pee a little, put it on there.
Like you know what I mean? Like that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
And I think if it was me doing it, I would feature a couple.
They have Pun says they have one. Roger says they have one called FearNet.
What I would do, because I heard about FearNet when it was more like VOD. So we're talking like 10 years ago. 10 or 8 years ago, something like
back that. Back when the sensation in media was like something like YouTube.
It was
in that format.
It was video on demand.
Like YouTube.
It was video on demand. So we had a Shudder. Okay. So we had we rented stuff off the VOD like Killer Clowns from Outer Space and all that, and then I think they had some short films on there. I would love to get a short film on one, but anyway, I haven't checked it out. I think though that we need not just some of your B movies and some of your low budget, high budget, some classics too. You gotta
I want to see something edgy like Disney After Dark. What do Mickey and Minnie do when the sun goes down and the kids ain't
Disney
watching?
After Dark. So what would that entail?
Reenact a lot of James Gunn tweets. He got rehired. I can make that joke. What would I want to see? You know what? I want an original superhero universe in a fucking streaming service. Give me a whole universe I haven't read about, I haven't seen. We're talking like millions of dollars just being thrown down the toilet just to appease me for something that could very well may not be good. But that's what I want. I want a whole universe in a streaming service. Like I have WWE. We have WWE, right?
That's a universe.
That's a whole universe of storytelling. And I think they did the math. It takes like 10 years to finish. No. It will take 3 years. 3 years to finish everything on the WWE Network if you were to start watching right now. 3 to 5 years.
My question is, I don't watch the original programming that often, but some of it just seems few and far between. It's not consistent.
Oh no, WWE Network doesn't know what to do with their original programming.
That's why I don't really watch it unless it's right in front of my face.
But it is.
They advertise it on one of the shows that we're watching, like the DC.
The DC streaming service. The reason I'll disagree with you is because their movies are there and their other TV shows are there. I caught a little bit of Doom Patrol. It's not the Doom Patrol I wanted. It really isn't. It's not weird enough. It's like the CW does Doom Patrol.
Really?
I
mean, the CW...
Like a more adult CW. Ralphie says hello, everybody.
Ralphie,
we're almost done, butthead.
He's dancing around.
Dancing around. No, he sees we're doing something and not including him.
Or sees another dog
But he refuses to watch comic book movies. It's fucking awesome. It's not. I wanted it to be weirder, but I watched it not on the DC streaming service. I won't say how I watched it.
Pun says hi to Ralphie.
Oh, if you are subbed, put those Ralphie emotes in the chat. I'll give it another chance. I'm always willing to give something another chance. It just wasn't. I guess I had great expectations on what I wanted it to be, and it wasn't that, and I'm being one of those people.
Welcome, new viewers. We have 9 viewers.
Welcome, new viewers. We're talking streaming services. What streaming service isn't out there that you wish was out there? She wants a new horror streaming service that includes everything from Netflix catalog, like Black Mirror, Hulu catalogs, old Twilight Zones, new Twilight Zones, The Outer Limits, stuff like that.
Classic films, B films.
I want a streaming service with a new brand of superhero universe, not just DC, Marvel, or Dark Horse, or anything like that. Give me a new type of superhero universe, link it all together. It's a multi-million-dollar waste of fucking time. No one's gonna try to do that for me. Her, maybe, but definitely not me. I promise you it is weirder. Okay, because I do like Alan Tudyk as Dr. Nobody, and I do like Brendan Fraser as Cliff, so I'll give Doom Patrol, I'll give it the 3-episode try, because I only did the pilot, but it's really tough to find those episodes without the use of the DC streaming service. I can't really, anyway. So type what streaming service you want in the chat, and guys, well, what's going to be our background for this? I guess the live scene? Yeah, but it's not, live scene is not, like, popping enough. Reminder, we're just going to remind every stream. May 3rd through the 5th, we are going to Fan Expo Dallas. Just announced, John Barrowman's coming back to Dallas. Yeah. And we love John Barrowman, and we've met John Barrowman. And hopefully we get to interview John Barrowman.
We had a photo op with him. We should
big hands.
We had a photo.
We'll share the pictures as more episodes.
We'll share it on Facebook. Well, we could share it on our Facebook. Or
as we get closer to the Comic-Con, we'll be showing pictures of our past experiences at Comic-Con.
We had a great photo with him.
Big fucking hands.
Pretty sure that he hit on Dan right in front of me, but like I couldn't help but laugh.
And honestly, you're lucky I didn't leave with him.
I mean, like, I don't know. Anyway, it was a really cool experience. Ralphie's sniffing me through the green screen.
When Captain Jack hits on you, it is the greatest feeling ever. Now I know how girls feel when David Tennant or Matt Smith calls them cute or something.
I would probably melt if one of those guys called me.
I almost did. Cute. I almost skeeted in my pants.
This is not a family show.
May 3rd through the 5th, recording episodes of Dallas Comic-Con. We're going to be broadcasting them right here on Twitch. We should we're going to wait, but what I want to do when we get a little bit more details is have our subs get to ask questions to whoever we interview. But I want to get a list of who we're going to interview, and then in a future episode of Nerd Alert, tell you guys and be like, who wants to ask this person a question? We'll do that. But we got to get that list first. So next week, because this is all because of you guys. This is all because of you guys right here. Your viewership and your support got us here, so we got to give back to you. Next week is our 1-year anniversary of Red Nebula Pictures being right here on Twitch. That's right, 1 year. It's been a year. It feels like 3. I stream too much. So we're having a giveaway. We are having our first giveaway right here on Nerd Alert. We didn't know what to do. We were thinking a gift card, but then we couldn't think of a gift card, so we're going to do 2 gift cards. We're going to do a PlayStation Store gift card and a Steam gift card. That's right. 2 giveaways, 1 episode next week on Nerd Alert. Now, the day of, next Friday, I'm going to be streaming as much as I can. Not going to do a 24-hour stream, but I'm going to do a long stream. Before and after Nerd Alert, we'll have Nerd Alert at 5. It's fucking crazy, but we'll have 2 giveaways for a PlayStation Store gift card and a Steam gift card. And Steam is for PC games, of course. But yeah, that's for you guys next week. I'm pretty excited. You excited?
I am.
Do you have something planned? You got your own little plans?
Do I have something planned?
Next week? Yeah. You know what? We should plan something.
We're getting we're doing the gift cards.
We're doing the giveaway.
We're doing the giveaway. That's the plan.
Yeah. But we're on this adventure. Yeah, I'm going to do something for you, and you're going to do something for me, and we're not going to tell each other until next week.
Why? My birthday.
Because it's a fun game.
Ralphie,
Shut up, Ralphie.
My birthday's in like a week and a half. So
Ralphie's
there's
decided to join in on another episode. How you doing, Ralphie?
It's because we're not paying him any attention. That's
so
why.
You don't want to do the mystery thing?
What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean.
No, not quid pro quo. I'm not talking about anything like that. Are you talking about something like that? No, I'm talking about...
What are you talking about?
You make me something, I make you something in honor of us been streaming for a year and doing things and going here and... We couldn't do this without them, but we definitely couldn't do this without each other. I'm
gonna have to think about that.
Nope, never mind. Idea is done. We're not doing it. I was trying to think of something sweet. She don't want to do something sweet.
Do something sweet, I don't...
I was gonna make you something, maybe some origami, I don't know. Attempt to make origami. She don't want to do it. That's fine.
We can do something, but you put me on the spot right now, and I hate it when people put me on
the spot.
What
did I tell you before we go on air? When I put you on the spot, just go with it.
Yes, Dan, I will make you something. I will make you something out of popsicle sticks. And I don't have
Was that so hard?
I don't have to worry about eating any of the popsicles, because all I have to do is buy a thing of the bomb pops, and you'll eat all of them.
Well,
so you'll keep me in popsicles.
That could have gone without the insult. I'm going to make you a house out of pieces of nicotine gum that I break apart.
That's lame.
And popsicle sticks are just the coolest.
I don't know.
Well, geez, sweetie. I don't know if we'll get to our anniversary next year.
We talked about the...
Next week. Whatever.
We talked about the stream, the giveaway.
Dude, I know that tone. She's gonna make you out of popsicle sticks. Hashtag go Misty. Number 1 AD. Number 1 AD.
Yeah.
Goddamn right. Recognize. But yeah, so we're doing the giveaway next week. But other than that, I think we're done with everything we need to talk about.
I mean, in April, an indie film that I worked on, This World Won't Break, is screening it's screening at the Dallas International Film Festival. Puns worked with us.
Tell them more about that. I'll bring up the trailer.
So the film, super low budget. Man, we had to beg, borrow, and steal for location.
Not steal.
Not
no
literally
one stole. No one
not
stole.
literally steal, but anyway, this movie was made with a little bit of budget and a lot of love. And we're screening at Dallas International Film Festival in April. No dates yet, but honestly, I haven't posted any of this on Facebook, on my personal Facebook page. But I've been blasting, talking about it all over the place on the street on Nerd Alert.
And it is a trailer we can show the sound for. So we're gonna go out on the trailer for This World Won't Break, newly selected into the Dallas International Film Festival. Leave you on, I guess, Are we gonna leave them on a promo of the crowd's fault too? Sure. No, we won't. We'll just leave you on This World Won't Break trailer. And next week, guys, next week, we've got the Red Nebula Pictures year birthday stream giveaway. 2 giveaways. PlayStation gift card, Steam gift card. For Nerdlert, I'm Dan.
I'm Misty.
And guys, stay nerdin'. No, we can't. No, I don't like that. What's a good motto? The nerd is out instead of the word is out. No.
I mean, what did you say? Stay nerdin', stay nerdy.
Okay, here we go.
Stay nerdy, my friends.
No. I got one. Check it out. I'm Dan.
I'm Misty.
And we lasted 7 episodes. See you guys. See you guys next week. Here's This World Won't Break.
Hey, Dante. Hey, man, I got cut out early tonight. I got a show. Bubba's coming out.
Seriously, dude, I got a hot date tonight.
You got a hot date?
No, I'm married, dude. Got no hot date. I got your back, bro. What's your name again?
Wes Milligan.
Where you from, Wes? You got a band?
No, sir, but I was hoping maybe that Bubba might let me get on the radio today and play some songs.
No, I don't think that's the way it's gonna work. See, I play the hits of country music that people record. I'll make them hits because I play them on my radio show. But I appreciate you coming in.
Charlene?
No, Wes, nobody's trying to make a record around here. We just do what we gotta do. We all wake up, put our pants on one leg at a time.
Why don't you come up with me to the house? What do you think, You know, since Mom's been gone, it's quiet,
What are you doing up here looking all lonely?
Not lonely, just alone.
You have a special talent, Wes. You have a gift, man. I'm serious. One day you're gonna own this town.
Man, the first thing I'd do if I owned this town was sell it.
You know it's okay, right? We don't always have to have everything figured out. You don't always have to carry that around. Past. Sometimes people make their own choices, and we just gotta move on.
Just thought I'd be a lot farther along than I am right now.
Who cares if no one knows who you are right now? Because in 50 years, when we're all long gone, people are going to be telling their grandkids about Wes Milligan.